Happy New Year, everyone, especially to the Leeds United supporters who saw their team in December in the Premier League not lose a single game. First game of 2026, and it's Liverpool 0, Leeds 0. To look back on that and to react to a managerial departure, we say hello and Happy New Year to Janusz Michallik. How are you?
I am doing well. Happy New Year, everyone. So what do we talk about? 0-0.
Well, the credits for Leeds. Liverpool weren't good, but this is something we can get to. Let's not lose the credit for Leeds 10 minutes into why didn't Liverpool score? Let's give them credit for a really good December and a brilliant start to 2026. Whether it's learning from the start of this Premier League campaign where they were a wee bit too gung-ho, or whether it's learning from the 3-3 draw with Liverpool just last month at Elland Road. A 5-4-1, compact, very well organised, and thoroughly deserving of a point today, Janusz.
Oh, they are. They are. I think, this is something that we've talked about, right? Even though that Liverpool has had a bounce, I think we all know that there's going to be issues for the rest of the season because Liverpool are ordinary and teams know that, right? I mean, Leeds would have known that. You've mentioned it 3-3 when Liverpool led 3-1. And I think it was Tanaka in 96th minute. That was also, I think, after that game with Mo Salah went off, right? Things have quieted down, but I think some of the issues that Liverpool have, continue to stay. And I think teams know that. They figured this out, not just at home, but at Anfield as well. Liverpool just ordinary, opposite what it takes to win this league. And Liverpool would know that.
I'm looking back at the game, the 3-3 draw against Leeds, when Liverpool found themselves 2-0 up. Leeds got it back to 2-2. Szoboszlai made it 3-2, and then Tanaka made it 3-0. But I'm looking at the team lineup as well. And look, Salah didn't start that game either. It was Kerkez that started at left back, not Andy Robertson. So why were we able to get a game like that then, but a game like this with the same two teams today?
Well, look, I mean, when you look at the lineups, just to confirm where Liverpool are, I mean, Leeds rested their best players in today's game, right?
Yeah,
so, they deserve, but they have Calvert-Lewin, Noah Okafor, Jayden Bogle, and Joe Roden was injured, but obviously a key player for them as well. And look, I mean, the difference in Liverpool, and we have to continue to repeat that because it's not changing. Even when they've won, last 3 games and all of that, they're lacking determination, that extra edge, that relentless press, the chase, motivation, that little special factor. But most importantly, I think last season, if you remember, Liverpool in their pump, I mean, they've scored in so many games early, right, which forced teams to open up a little bit. And Liverpool was so good in transition, right? If there's one thing that you can talk about Liverpool is just that, flying forward, Mo Salah and everybody else for that matter. That doesn't happen anymore this season. It's always low block because because opponents and Leeds today, which was a perfect example, right? Just low block, set well, knew that Liverpool doesn't have the ability to hurt you often in that possessional attack. And how many games have we seen like that? Matter of fact, I really can't think of too many games this season, if any, where Liverpool could play in transition, just for the balance, just that different factor. So, that's Liverpool. That's not going to change. It's going to be like this for the rest of the season. The big question is now, because as much as I defended Slot, and I don't really want to stick my boot in it, but the question is, can Arne Slot find a solution? Because at the moment, I think he's just getting by.
This is the defending champions, Janusz. What are they missing?
Well, I just said it. I mean, I spelled it out.
But specifically, you've given me a narrative of what's wrong. But what are they missing? Is there one thing they are missing?
Look. Players know where they are, right? I mean, you are defending champions. For a team like Liverpool, the one thing that matters, and the only thing, is to defend that, to win the big trophy, right? And even the early season, after decent start, all those games in September, October, November that they've lost, they know it's gone. That is gone. That's why you're not going to get that edge. Now the question is, when I ask that, can Arne Slot find a solution, is how is he going to make players believe that winning the trophies this year and building for winning the Premier League next year starts right now, right? The Champions League, you watch when the Champions League comes around, there's going to be a different vibe on that team. That little belief, that little extra edge is going to be there, right? But that's how we got there. I think, to me, it is simple. I mean, yes, we can talk about new players being implemented and this, that, or maybe Isak not playing up to his level. Obviously, he's gone, and all of that. We all know things are going to change. But I think once the main and the focal point of the season is gone, you're going to see this. They're going to maintain the season. They're going to fight players within themselves. They know that they got to stay top 4, which I think they will. But I think you're going to have games like this, and you're going to be asking me the same question. And I think there's enough talent, there's enough power in that team to do it, but it's just not going to happen this season. It's not in the Premier League.
First goalless draw in the Premier League in over 2 years. Where are Liverpool now? What are they? They're not going to win the title, according to you. They drop silly points like this at home. So what's their aim for the rest of the season? Is it first and foremost Champions League and then do our best in the Premier League? Or how do you analyse what their aims are now?
Well, yeah, exactly that. Try to win a trophy, right? I mean, in the past, the most important trophies for a club like Liverpool, right? Like Arsenal, like Manchester, the big clubs, is Premier League. Once that's gone, Champions League is super important to Liverpool and their fans as well. One of the best in history of that competition, right? I'm talking European Cups and Champions League. The FA Cup, for example, may have more importance. In the past, the League Cup and FA Cup, obviously, that's when you played, reserves for the most part. But maybe now you win that, and then you start to have a real plan of what it's going to take and what sort of players they will need to become champions next season once again. So, I mean, this is nothing out of ordinary, right? I mean, we're not going to lose our minds. Only one team can do it. That's obvious. And I think Liverpool are in position to have a push next season with a couple of changes and some hungry players that want to write themselves in the history books.
Let's take a look at one or two incidents in the goalless draw at Anfield between Liverpool and Leeds. It was a first half that meandered along. Liverpool claiming for a penalty. Ekitike was being held, but didn't really go down. Alisson at the other end, a poor kick out, but it wasn't a great effort, and he was able to smother. Apart from that, it was a first half. Didn't really have too much to write home about. A lot of pressure from Liverpool, a lot of shots, but just the 4 on target in total.
Yeah, they had 3 chances to speak about. The one when you mentioned the penalty, I think, obviously Ekitike shows strength, but, at the end of that, Florian Wirtz probably's got to score that. His shot was blocked. I mean, if he reacts a little bit quicker, with more composure, that's one that you expect. Well, maybe that's a goal. Frimpong's shot where Ekitike, remember that header? I still think, even though it came quickly at him, it wasn't a cross. I mean, his body was positioned in such way that, I don't know what happened, but you can count that as a very good chance as well, even though Ekitike was striking the ball. And Van Dijk set it from a corner in the second half, if you remember. So those are 3 chances. I mean, Leeds themselves didn't truly have anything very, very clear with the one that, that was offside for the most part. But yeah, Liverpool at their best, the 3 chances, half chances, 3/4 chances, in the past, last season, one of them goes in for 3 points, for sure.
So Liverpool in 4th on 33 points. Arsenal, having played the same number of games, on 45 points. Manchester City, who plays Sunderland shortly. Full reaction to that game, by the way, on ESPN FC this evening, are 5 points adrift of Arsenal, but with that game in hand at Sunderland. So not much to write home about from Anfield. A great point for Leeds United, especially as Janusz mentioned, with them pretty much resting their key players and then bringing them on, and had Dominic Calvert-Lewin not have strayed about half a yard offside, they might have gone back to Yorkshire with another 3 points like they did the last time they were at Anfield.